Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling drained, confused, and somehow feeling like you were the problem? Even though deep inside you knew you weren't the problem. So, this is not random, this is a pattern. So, today we are going to break down the playbook of toxic people, not to hate them, but to protect you. The goal here is not to win against them, but the goal is to stop you from losing yourself. Here is the pattern. They will hurt your feelings, break your heart, and start a fight, then manipulate the situation until you look like you are the problem. They will insult you and call it a joke. They will disrespect you and say you are too sensitive. They will cross your boundaries and accuse you of overreacting. This is not miscommunication, this is psychology strategy. And if you don't understand this, if you don't understand the playbook of toxic people, you will keep explaining yourself to someone who is already committed and have decided not to understand you. Let's go even deeper. You've heard of gaslighting. That's when they deny reality, that you start questioning your memory. You are imagining things, they will say. That never happened. You always twist what I say, and you stand there. And then there comes a fake compliment. I love how confidently you are to wear that. And translation of that, praise behind insult. And a shift, and you think, I finally meet their expectations. And suddenly the expectations change. You can never win because the game was never designed for you to win. And one of the most powerful tools they use, the silent treatment. They withdraw affection, communication, and presence. And what happens? You chase them. You start fixing what you didn't break. That is emotional conditioning. Let's talk about red flags because it is very important to recognize these people very early. Recognizing them early is very critical. So you need to ask yourself these following questions. Question number one: do they always play victim? Second question: is there constant chaos around them? Question number three: do they lack empathy? Question number four: do conversation always cycle around them? Question number five: do you feel drained after interacting with them? Because these are not isolated moments. These are patterns. And patterns always tell the truth that emotions try to excuse. So the emotional impact of staying in this situation for a long time, you lose confidence, you become anxious, you second guess yourself, and you shrink. That is why this is not about being too dramatic or being dramatic. This is about self preservation, this is about self protection. Now, let's talk about documentation. And this is big one because documenting everything is very important. Why? Because you don't document not for court, not for revenge, but this is for clarity. Because when someone is gaslighting you, your brain starts doubting itself. So when you write everything down, when everything happens, make sure to write what was said, what happened, and how you felt about it. Because when doubt start creeping in, your record is your support back to reality. And this rebuild trust in your own mind. If you have no documentation and someone start gaslighting you, of course you start doubting and wondering if exactly what they're saying isn't true, or is it, you wonder. But if you when you have proof of record, you go back to it and you can read and exactly know what happened. Now let's talk about the gray rock method. The gray method is very simple because toxic people and drama people feed on reaction. So, reaction, negative or positive, it doesn't matter. What they need is the flow of conversation, they need the talking going on. So, the gray method, what it does, you become emotionally uninteresting. So you give short answers, short responses, no emotional engagement, no storytelling, no defending. I see. Okay, that's interesting. I will think about that. Here, you are not cold, you are strategic. And when there is no emotional reward, most often toxic people, they lose interest because drama and toxic people feed on energy. They need the energy, positive or negative. So you need to stop providing that. And that's the end of it. Now, let's talk about enforcing boundaries with consequences. Now, you need to listen to this carefully because boundaries without consequences is just a suggestion. So you can say, for example, if you raise your voice again, I will leave this conversation. And if they continue, you leave, you hang up, you disengage. No debating, no explaining. You say it once and you act on it because you teach people how to treat you with what you tolerate. So you need to set your boundaries and act on them. So let's talk that also you need to build your support system because sometimes you need to talk to friends, family, your mentor, your coaches, because sometimes you need someone to say, yes, that's not normal. You are not overreacting because validation restores clarity and clarity restores strength. So you need to build your support system. You need to talk to people so that you know that what is happening, it is not normal. So here is the truth. You cannot change them. they must they must want to change. And your responsibility is not to change them. Your responsibility is to protect your peace, because your peace is the most valuable asset that you have. So you must guard it, you must protect it, and if necessary, walk away from anyone who wants to take it from you. So if this message resonated with you, comment peace in the comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Remember, strong boundaries doesn't make you selfish, they make you safe. So I will see you in the next session. Thank you.